and then even on the buoy itself, that edge where the sky and water meet the buoy. Yeah, okay. So here's what the rest of the practice is about. It's about embodying this relatively complex image that we just drew. So because you've just drawn it, I'm counting on the fact that you'll remember what you drew more or less. But if you ever need to look at your drawing, that's fine. And for us to do the rest of this practice, it's way more internal. And so being in a comfortable posture will be helpful. Your eyes can be open or closed as suits you best. And the more settled you can be wherever you are, the easier it is for you to let your attention flow to whatever we're focusing on. So your body is more or less comfortable, or at least as comfortable as it can manage right now. And if you ever need to move or shift your posture, that's fine. So notice where there's already contact with the earth. That connection, that place where your body meets the cushion or the chair, that's already there. That's the rooting quality that we'll go into a little bit more later. But the point at this part of the practice is simply to acknowledge, oh yeah, already here. Okay. So now I'd like you to bring your attention to the contact of air on your skin. Notice how drastically different that is from contact with the earth. Contact with the air on your skin. And your skin is able to feel temperature and moisture. So you can feel the temperature and the moisture of the air on your skin. Okay. Now I'd like you to bring attention to your chest and belly, noticing how they rise and fall with each breath. Easy, ordinary movement. And you're breathing just like the contact of air on your skin, just like the contact with the earth. These things are already happening. And sooner or later, as we go through this practice, you'll probably notice that your thoughts have taken over the stage and your attention is oriented towards whatever you're thinking about. That's normal. That's what your brain does. The beauty of this practice is that it will automatically draw your attention back to what we're focused on. So no need to fret or beat yourself up or be disappointed or upset. The practice itself draws your attention back. Okay. So I want to focus on the rooting quality of the buoy. And first, bring your attention to that place where your body's already in contact with the earth. And you may notice a sense of hardness or softness in that contact. You may also notice that there are very specific locations where this rootedness is happening. At the point of contact. And there are other parts of your body that are rooted, but they are not part of this point of contact. Okay. So letting go of your attention on the points of contact and turn your attention now to your lower body and the lower part of your torso. There are sensations present here. And I'd like you, for the sake of this exercise, to label those sensations water. Whatever you're feeling in the lower half of your body, give it the label water for this exercise. Whatever you're feeling in your lower half, call it water. Okay. And releasing the location of your attention from your lower body and bringing it now to your upper body, say above the diaphragm, so the torso, the shoulders, the neck, and head, and the arms, all the way out to the fingertips. And for this practice, call any sensations you notice there, call them air. Then change the label slightly and call them sky. So now I'm going to mention an image that I want you to explore through the sensations that connect to the image. So before we go to that particular image, just to review, there's the points of contact with the earth. We're calling that earth. There's the lower half of your body. Those sensations we're calling water. And the upper half of your body. Those sensations we're calling sky. So here's what I'd like you to explore. is that your heart is a buoy. So you'll explore this on your own for a minute or two, and then we'll do a systematic exploration after that. Your heart is a buoy. Your heart is a buoy. So here we go into a more systematic exploration of the heart as a buoy. Your heart is grounded through the tether to the earth. There's the earth sensation, where your body meets the earth, and there's a tether up to your heart. This tether connects you to the earth, to groundedness. Yeah. The buoy doesn't float away. The buoy doesn't really get lost. Your heart is always able to connect with the earth because there's a tether. Okay. Now bring your attention to the water around your heart. The water of emotions, the water of flow of time and activities. Your heart floats on top of this water in continuous contact. If you've ever explored a buoy that's been in a lake or an ocean for years, you might have noticed that under the water area, there can be growth, algae, barnacles, and that type of thing. So sometimes parts of our heart get crusty, get hard or brittle, or support new life from being in contact with the water. Okay, and now shifting to our upper body. The part of your heart that is exposed to the air. The part of your heart that is in direct line with the sky. The part of your heart that is spacious. Okay. So these three portions of the buoy, the tether to the ground, the watery nature, and the nature of space. All three of these exist simultaneously in your heart. Take a minute or two now to move your body in such a way that it brings new sensations to your heart area. In a minute we'll do this more systematically, but this is a time for exploration, discovery, curiosity. Okay. So slowing down the movement and coming to a place that's relatively still in your body. Reconnecting with the groundedness that is tethered to your heart buoy. And the watery quality of the lower half of your body. And the spaciousness of your upper half of your body. So now arch your buoy forward. So you're arching your spine forward. Let your shoulders come back a little. And lift your face towards the sky. And at the other end of your spine, tilt your pelvis so that your tail goes behind you and the top of your pelvis goes forward. So you're accentuating an arch. And the ribs and the front body are opening. And it might feel like you're exposing yourself or your heart. And notice that in your back there's contraction. In fact, try contracting your back a little bit more to see if it accentuates the arch. We'll do this for 4 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. So let the spine and the torso come into neutral. reconnecting with the buoy tethered below and untethered above. And now go in the opposite direction. Press your spine backwards. Let your shoulders come forward and your head, chin moving towards the chest. Bottom of the pelvis tilts forward and up. Top part of the pelvis tilts backwards and down. Your front body and your front ribs are contracted, allowing or inviting your back body and the spaces between the ribs to expand and extend. Good. Yeah. We'll stay with this for 4 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and return to neutral. The way that the heart is tethered to the ground, that's pretty automatic. Most of the time it's sensible. But the way that the buoy lifts up in the water towards the sky, sometimes that can get lost. So I want you to feel the buoyancy of the buoy in the water body and how it lifts into the sky. Yeah. Okay. So next I want you to imagine that you could draw a circle with your heart and move in such a way that your torso is moving as if the perimeter were creating a circle. So your spine is moving, not very fast. There's no need to be quick here. And to some extent, your ribs are moving while your muscles and tendons are learning how to contract and release so that that buoy can move in a circle. If you haven't, then change directions. And keep doing this while I speak. You're exploring how your heart can be tethered in contact with the watery world of emotions and flow, and connected to space. Finishing your last circle and bringing your body into neutral. Okay, so we're close to done, but there's a couple of questions I want to ask, and I'd like you to write your answers down. We've been exploring tethered to earth. What else is your heart tethered to? When you come up with answers, I'd like you to jot them down. What else is your heart tethered to? what kind of things pull on your heartstrings? So give this another 30 seconds. Okay, and finishing the notes. So now I'd like you to reconnect with the embodied image of groundedness and your heart floating. And some of your heart is open to the sky. So your heart is untethered above. Access to space and sun and starlight and moon. Under what conditions does your heart feel expansive? Maybe even that the boundary of heart disappears into a vastness. Your heart connected to something so big, so beautiful, that there's no concern for yourself or for others. List some of the conditions that allow this part of your heart buoy to be fully experienced. Okay, so we'll give another 30 seconds to note taking. And coming to an end with the notes. So here's the last portion of this particular practice. Reconnect with groundedness and watery flow and spaciousness. All three available right now. And imagine your buoy heart as being something like the sun, in that it can radiate. Let there be a softness around your heart that lets it expand. The breathing itself might feel helpful as there's a rhythm of expansiveness and drawing in. Imagine your heart breathing with your lungs. Imagine your heart expanding a little bit more with each inhalation. Imagine that expansion continuing even as you exhale. And this is what it feels like for light to leave your heart. Last thing, draw your hands and your arms out. And let the hands and arms be an embodiment of what's radiating from your heart. The arms originate near your heart, and the hands are said to be the manifestations and the enablers of your heart's wishes. Imagine your heart continuously expanding, extending its light, its warmth, its love, and your arms aid that process. Yeah. So take a big breath in. Pause at the top of that inhalation. At the top of the inhalation, let the hands and arms go to wherever they'll be comfortable. And continue with holding that breath, imagining this is how full your heart can feel. Eventually you'll have to exhale. That's fine. Let the exhalation happen in a great whoosh. And let the next inhalation happen by itself. And for the last time, reconnecting with what's already here. The groundedness, where your body meets the earth, and the tether it offers to your heart. Your heart half in watery flow, half in vast spaciousness. And then draw your hands together, bringing all of the elements of yourself into this moment, your mind, your emotions, your physical awareness. clap gently 3 times. And put your hands down, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Okay. Okay. Lower